Hi everybody, today I'll be teaching you PET. Take out your workbook, alright, workbook 1, and then your student book, alright? Yes, student book. So everybody, today we'll be talking about student book, page number 12. So please turn to your student book, page number 12 for me. Yes, page number 12. So let's have a look on page number 12. Page number 12 looks like this, alright? It looks like this. Okay, page number 12. So let's have a look here on the board. Alright, personal qualities. So let's have a look here. Personal qualities, number 1, part 1. What should a good leader be like? Circle 3 qualities below which you think are important. Compare your choices with your partners. So everybody, please circle 3 qualities that you think that a leader should be. But before you circle, let's have a look on the qualities first. So the first quality we have is honest. So honest, do you know what is honest? If the person is honest, he or she is true, alright? He only speaks the truth, alright? He or she, never mind, honest. Fair. So what is fair? If a person is fair, he or she makes fair decision, alright? He or she treats people equally, alright? This is called fair. Popular, alright, popular is the person who's like, you know, everybody knows him or her, alright, popular, just like film stars, in simple words. Next one, patient, right? Patient. So patient means a person that has lots of weight, that can wait a lot, alright? That's called patient. Sensitive. So what is sensitive? So if a person is sensitive, that person gets upset very easily, gets stressed very easily, okay? Next one, friendly. So if you're friendly, you will get along with people easily, alright? If you're friendly, willing to be friends, right? Friendly. Next one, determined. So what is determined? Determined means a person who takes firm decision, a person that takes good decisions, all right? And then next one is quick thinking, right? Quick thinking means think very quick, all right? In simple words, calm. All right, so if you're very calm, I think you know what's calm. Yeah. Humorous. Humorous means funny, all right? So please circle the qualities that you think a good leader should be. I'm gonna give you some time for that. Yes, I'm going to give you some time for that. Right. Yes, still there. Alright, so here are some examples, right? Under the qualities in your book, it says A, I think a good leader should be honest, calm, and determined, don't you? Yes, those are important qualities, but I think he should also be fair. Okay? So please compare your choices with your partners. Alright, maybe student number 1 will say, if you ask me, a good leader should be quick thinking. A leader should be quick thinking. Don't you agree? And student 2 might not agree, right? So he or she might say, not really. I think they should be patient and calm. That way they won't make the wrong decision. And student 3 might say, I feel a good leader should try to be friendly and humorous so everyone will like him or her, right? And student number 4 might say, those are positive qualities, but I don't believe they are very important. I'd say a good leader should be honest, first of all, so that everyone will respect and trust them, right? Alright, so this is your decision. Which one you circle? Alright. For example, I circle honest. For example, I circle determine, who makes firm decision, of course, right? And quick thinking, not really. Let's say fair. Okay, positive qualities, as you wish, okay? So these are the personal qualities. Now let's have a look on listening. So listening. So under listening, there's a box of study skills, right? Listening for specific information. Read the questions and possible answers. Underline the keywords. Listen carefully. Try to listen for synonyms and synonyms and rephrasing the questions. Follow the order of the information on the recording. So part 2A, you will hear an interview with a psychologist. Read through the questions and underline the keywords. Can you think of synonyms? Alright, so you have to underline some keywords that you think is important, right? You can underline some keywords. Yes, you can underline some keywords. For example, number 1, Dr. Graf believes that good leaders have. So which keywords should you underline? Of course, good leaders, right? So you can underline that. And then question 2 is, Dr. Graf says that leaders have to, so you have to underline have to for number 2. Number 3, it asks you, what does Dr. Graf say about bosses? So you should underline say about bosses, right? And then 4, Dr. Graf says that to be an effective leader, you must be. So which keyword would you underline? Effective, right? Effective leader. Okay? So everybody, I'm gonna play the recording, alright? Listen and put a tick in the correct box. Do you agree with Dr. Graf? Alright, so please listen, alright, and tick the correct box. So let's get started.
Exercise 2B, page 12.
Do you have what it takes to be a successful leader? It seems that some of us do, but that most of us don't. My guest on today's programme is psychologist Dr. Ralph Graf. who's here to explain why. Dr. Graf, what is it exactly that distinguishes a really good leader from everyone else?
Well, David, let me begin by assuring our listeners that they probably have some of the unique personal qualities necessary for good leadership. Honesty, fairness, and intelligence, for example, are all qualities you would expect to find among successful bosses, managers, and team leaders. The same people are also often polite and humorous.
That sounds exactly like my friend Tom. He's kind, funny, and generous. Everybody likes him because he's always making us laugh.
Yes, but how does your friend behave in difficult or perhaps dangerous situations? Tom sounds like a very likable person, but I'm afraid that being popular just isn't enough. It takes a lot more than that to be a good leader. You see, leaders sometimes have to make decisions which don't please everybody. Suppose you are a boss and you have to tell 10 hard-working members of staff that your company can no longer afford to employ them. Bosses not only have to be absolutely sure that they are making the right choices, they must also be strong and determined enough to act on those choices, even if doing so occasionally makes them unpopular. Or imagine being responsible for the safety of hundreds of people who are trapped in a burning building. People usually panic in this situation or simply don't know what to do. Leaders must be able to think fast and act quickly in all kinds of circumstances. They have to stay calm, cool-headed, and in control, even if others are not.
I see what you mean. What you're saying then is that leadership requires a rather special sort of person.
In a way, yes. Of course, you don't have to be a superhero to be an effective leader, but you must certainly win the trust and respect of others and prove that you do indeed have all the qualities and abilities I've just mentioned.
No wonder good leaders are so rare. Dr. Graf, thank you very much for being with us today. On tomorrow's programme...
So everybody, let's check the answers. Number 1, Dr. Graf believes that all good leaders have, that should be special personal qualities. He said unique personal qualities, right? So same as that. Unique, special, same meaning. And then 2, Dr. Graf says that leaders have to make decisions, right? So the suitable answer is make difficult decision, B. And he said that don't please everybody, right? So the suitable answer is B. And then number 3, what does Dr. Graf say about bosses? They are not always liked. Yes. Okay. 4, Dr. Graf says that to be an effective leader, you should be respected and trusted. Okay, respected and trusted. Okay, great. So please check your answers. Number 1 is A, number 2 is B, number 3 is C, and then number 4 is also C. Done. Let's move on to the next part. Making choices. So let's read number 3, part 3. You want to open your own restaurant and you are looking for a partner. Which of the 2 people would you choose and why? Discuss in pairs and make your decision. So basically, which keyword should you underline? Open your own restaurant. Good. And looking for a partner. So basically there are two people. One is Robert, one is Sarah. But let's talk about Robert first. Okay? So it says, let's say, what are the qualities that Robert has? Alright, he is easygoing, patient, reliable, sensible, but shy, a bit lazy, stubborn. So everybody, actually, yes, we can use but to express differences. Alright? Yeah, for the one, how do we discuss it? We will discuss it later. So here are some of the personalities that he has, right? So would you hire Robert as a partner in your own restaurant? So it's your decision, okay? Let's look at Sarah. Friendly, cheerful, honest, ambitious, but gets upset easily, forgetful, and a bit impatient. So as you can see next to these two pictures, there's something written here, right? A said, well, I think I'd choose, alright, space, because and B might say, I'm not so sure he or she is or gets, and then he or she can also be rather. And A also said, what about he or she, etc. So let's look at the character descriptions in the book and the example. So is there any words you don't know? I think no, right? So ambitious. Do you know what is ambitious? For example, if you have an ambition, just like, for example, I want to be a doctor, you will be ambitious about it, you will study about it, you will do whatever you can, and you will be doctor. That's called ambitious. All right? Yeah. And then honest, I think, cheerful, it means happy. Okay? And then for Robert, look at the word Robert, easygoing. So easygoing means you can easily communicate with people. Okay? Patient. Reliable. Reliable means you can rely on him. Okay? You can put some responsibility on him and he will just fulfill it. Sensible. Sensible means he is smart enough. Okay? Sensible. Shy, a bit lazy, stubborn. Alright, stubborn is a negative behavior. Alright? Stubborn. Okay. So let me tell you, actually we can use the word a bit or rather with negative qualities. Okay? A bit or rather. A bit, for example, a bit forgetful, a bit shy, right? That has been done for you, yes. In Robert's section, right? A bit something. And then rather can also be used for negative quality. She is rather forgetful than space. Alright? So you have to discuss it in pairs and make your decision. So please discuss it with your parents or with your friends, okay? So you might say, well, I think I'd choose Robert because he's reliable, which is really important for a partner. He's also sensible, so he won't take any dangerous risk. And then the other student might disagree with you, right? He or she will say, well, I'm not sure. He's a bit shy, right? So the student might say, he's a bit shy, which doesn't help with customers. And he can also be rather lazy, right? We can use what I'm saying. All right. We can also use rather for negative qualities, as I said, right? He can also be rather lazy. So you might end up doing most of the work on your own. Yes? And then for Sarah, maybe another student say, I think Sarah should be hired, right? She's ambitious, which means she'll work hard and she will also, let's say, yes, she will work hard, right? Because she's ambitious, right? She's also friendly and cheerful. This is positive quality, right? So people will like her. The problem is that she gets upset easily, right? And also she is a bit impatient, right? And then another student might say, that's right. And things can be difficult when you start your own business. You want someone patient, like Robert. Maybe he's better for a partner after all, right? Or you may say, if you're confused, you may say, I think I agree with you. No one is perfect anyway. Okay? Yeah. So which one you think is good? Please discuss it with your friend or your parents. Okay? Great. So we are done with this. A little bit of oral practice, let's say. Right? Alright. Page 12. There is a fun time. The girl said, how do you know when you are getting old? And the man said, when the cake costs less than the candles. Is that funny? Alright. Let's move on to 13. Expressing surprise and concern. So how do you express surprise and concern? Let's see. So this lesson is all about speaking, actually. Okay, so concern. What is concern? If you're concerned about something, it means you are worried about something. So let's have a look. The first one. Intonation for listen and repeat and translate these sentences into your language. Wow. So here are the first sentence, right? Let's listen and we are going to repeat them. So let's get started. Here we go. Let's start.
Exercise 4, page 13. 1. What's the matter? 2. You're joking. 3. What's wrong? 4. You can't be serious.
Alright, everybody, let's repeat. Number 1, what's the matter? Number 2, you're joking. 3, what's wrong? 4, you can't be serious. So you can translate these sentences into your language by yourself, okay? I don't know how to translate it into your language, so no problem. So, part 5, reading. So please cross out part 5. You don't have to do that. I have already put a cross for you. We don't have to do part 5. We are going to skip that. Let's move on to part number 6. So part number 6, you have to read and complete the dialogue with sentences from exercise 4. So exercise for the sentence are, remember the one we have just repeated. What's the matter? You're joking. What's wrong? He can't be serious. Listen and check which of the people A, B, or C is Stan's neighbor. Take roles and act out a similar dialogue. Okay, so let's see. Alright. So basically you have to read, okay? You have to read this. You have to read this, okay? You have to read this. And then just write the numbers, alright, of the sentence there. So let's start. Judy. Hi, Stan. Stan, alright. You look upset. Alright. Box number A, you choose the answer. It is 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay? Stan said, oh, come in, Judy. I'm a bit fed up. Alright, Judy said, why? Alright, letter B. Which number should you write? You write it. Alright, Stan said, well, it's my neighbor. He keeps complaining about my music. He says I play it too loud. And he comes round nearly every day to tell me to turn it down. Judy said, alright, box letter C, write the correct number. Stan said, I'm afraid not. Alright, Judy said, how loud do you play your music? Stan said, not that loud, I'll show you. And then Judy said, Stan, turn it down. Stan said, why? What's up? Judy said, well, is your neighbor tall with short curly brown hair, a beard, and a mustache? Stan said, yes, he looks exactly like that. Why? Judy said, because someone who looks a lot like that is walking towards your front door right now. Stan said, alright, letter D, choose a number and write. Here we go again. Alright, so please complete the dialogue, write the correct sentence from exercise 4. You don't have to write the sentence, but you have to write the number, okay? From exercise 4. And then listen and you have to check your answers. So can we start? Let's check the answers together. And also you have to tell me which picture is Stan's neighbor. Okay? A, B, or C. Let's see. Here we go.
Exercise 6, page 13. Hi, Stan. You look upset. What's the matter?
Oh, come in, Judy. I'm a bit fed up.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, it's my neighbour. He keeps complaining about my music. He says I play it too loud, and he comes round nearly every day to tell me to turn it down.
You're joking.
I'm afraid not.
How loud do you play your music?
Well, not that loud. I'll show you.
Stan, turn it down.
Why? What's up?
Well, is your neighbour tall with short curly brown hair, a beard and a moustache?
Yes, he looks exactly like that. Why?
Because someone who looks a lot like that is walking towards your front door right now.
You can't be serious. Here we go again.
Alright, so if you check your answers, A should be number 1, what's the matter, right? And B should be 3, what's wrong? And letter C should be 2, you're joking. And then D should be number 4, you can't be serious. Right? So, which of the people A, B, or C is Stan's neighbor? Which one is it? A, B, or C? Remember in the conversation, they said, well, is your neighbor tall with short, curly brown hair and a beard and a mustache? So the answer is C, right? C, the man in C. So you may write that down. C. Okay? Very good. So, number 7, in pairs, guess what happens next? Alright, try to guess what happened. For example, you may say, the neighbor says he will call the police. Right? So you can guess what happens next, and then we are going to listen and check it. Alright, so let's listen and check.
Exercise 7, page 13.
Hello again, Stan.
Hi. Listen, I'm really sorry about the music. I know it's loud.
No, it's not loud at all. I've heard you play this band's music so many times now that I've started to really like them. Do you think I could borrow the CD?
Why, yes, of course. Why don't you come in for a while? You know, the Movers are good, but wait till you hear Crazy Strings.
So what happens next? In front of you, you just heard that the neighbor has started to like the music, right? And Stan plays. The neighbor has started to like the music Stan plays and has to come to borrow the CD from Stan, right? Because he liked the music band, right? So we are done with this part. Thank you. Now, next part is socializing. Alright, socializing, speaker A and B. Okay, read the table and complete the exchanges. So there are some of the dialogue, let's say, right? Here are some of the dialogue, so we are just gonna read it in order, okay? So let's read. So speaker A said, hello, what a nice surprise. And then speaker B said, hi, nice to see you. And then speaker A said, hi there, how are you? And then next one, speaker B said, not bad, how about you? Speaker A said, hi there, how are you doing? Speaker B said, let's read. Pretty good, thanks. Speaker A, see you tomorrow. Speaker B, goodbye. Go on. Bless you. Thanks. So when do you say bless you? when you sneeze, like achoo, right? That's why people say bless you, right? When you sneeze or you have catapult, right? That's why you say bless you. Next one. Thank you very much indeed. And then don't mention it. Alright. Next one. Hello, you must be. And then it's a pleasure to meet you. So when do you say this? Hello, you must be someone. And then, yes, it's a pleasure to meet you. Maybe this expression is when you meet someone you have heard about for the first time, right? Yeah. And then the last one, I haven't seen you for ages. Hi, you haven't changed a bit. Right? Great. So we are done with reading this, right? Now you have to complete the exchanges here, okay? So let's have a look. What should we write in A? Let's look at what B said. So B said, thanks, I've got a terrible cold. So when you caught a cold, you sneeze a lot, right? You will be achoo, right? So speaker A might say bless you. That's why you said thanks for it, right? So the answer is bless you. Bless you. Okay, bless you. You can find this in box number 5 from this box, right? Bless you, thanks. Bless you, thanks. I've got a terrible cold. Can you do the next two for me by yourself? Do it by yourself. Go. Your time starts now. Actually, you can find a similar dialogues in this box, right? Yeah, so it's not that hard to do. Next one, hi. Alright, space. Let's see what's the answer. So B responds, hi, you haven't changed a bit. So the answer is, in the last box, right, it says, I haven't seen you for ages. Hi, you haven't changed a bit. Same thing, right? So yes, this one is very easy. The answer should be, I haven't seen you for ages. I haven't seen you for ages. Alright. And then next one, A said, thank you very much for looking after my dog. So that is, the answer is, don't mention it. Yes. Don't mention it. Instead of you're welcome, you may say, don't mention it, right? Good. Now, part B, in pairs, use the table above, act out exchanges in which you, alright. So number one is you greet a friend you haven't seen for a long time. So which exchanges would you like to use? Yes, the last one in the box, right? I haven't seen you for ages, right? And B might say, hi, you haven't changed a bit, right? All right, the second one, all right, we are done with number one. All right, number two, you say goodbye to your colleagues when leaving the office. So very easy, this one. What are you going to say? Choose the expressions from the box here. Choose it. Yes, you might say, see you tomorrow, and your colleague might say goodbye, right? Yeah. The next one. You greet a friend you bump into on the street. Wow. A friend you bumped into on the street means you met a friend on the street all of a sudden, surprisingly, all right? So is there anything, or let's say any exchanges refers to surprise? Yes, there is. The first dialogue, the first exchange is said, hello, what a nice surprise. And B said, hi, nice to meet you. No, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah. Great. Next one. You meet someone you have heard about for the first time. So, if you're not sure, you may say, hello, you must be, for example, hello, you must be Peter. And then Peter might reply you, yes, it's a pleasure to meet you. Alright? Yes. This exchange. The exchange is here. Hello, you must be someone. And then, yes, it's a pleasure to meet you. Okay? Yeah. The last one. The last one refers to you thank a friend for a special gift. How do you think? That is, thank you very much indeed. Don't mention it, right? Thank you very much indeed. You might say that, and then your replier might say, don't mention it, right? Yeah, so we are done with this page. Please practice your oral, okay, at home. You may look at this table. It's gonna help you a lot. Also, the table, not the table, let's say, is there any table? No, it's okay. There's one more table in the next page, don't worry. Let's have a look on the next page, page number 14, getting started. So writing an informal letter giving advice. Okay, so alright, let's have a look on part 1. Okay, getting started. Read the extracts from 3 teenagers' emails. Who is lonely, depressed, no, who is lonely, who is desperate, and who is shy. So there are basically 3 teenagers' email, right? One is for Danny, one is for Tom, and one is for Sally. We have to figure out who is lonely, who is desperate, and who is shy. So lonely is the person who is alone. Shy, I think you know what is it, shy. When you are shy, you don't want to come in front of the person maybe you newly met, right? Yeah, shy. Desperate. So if you're desperate about something, it means you have a great desire of something. Alright? So let's have a look. Let's read the email of Danny. Let's read. He said, I've just moved to a new school and everything's different. I haven't got any friends here and I feel like I don't fit in, Danny. Okay, let's see what happens. And all right, next one. For Tom, no. Let's read for Sally. Sally said, so Sally's for this email, all right? I've put on such a lot of weight recently that I just don't know what to do. I've tried all sorts of diets, but nothing seems to help. Sally. Okay. Next one, Tom. When I am here, okay? When I am with a group of people, I just sit there in silence. I'm always too afraid to say anything in case I make a fool of myself. Oh my god. Okay, so under these 3 emails, there's a sentence, right? Sally is desperate. So the answer is Sally is desperate. That has been done for you. So Sally's here, right? He is desperate. So why she's desperate? Can you tell me why? Why? So as I said, if a person is desperate about something, he has great desire of it, right? It means she really wants to lose weight. Yes, that's why she's desperate. Because she wants to lose weight and can't seem to find a way to do it. Okay? How about Danny? Do you think Danny is shy or lonely? He said he haven't got any friends, right? There, so he is lonely. Yes, lonely. So, as I said, why he's lonely? Danny's lonely because he has no friends at his new school. Right? The last one is Tom. And Tom is shy because he thinks he might make a fool of himself if he speaks out in a group. Too shy? Okay. No worries. Alright, so here is part 2. Giving advice and justification. So how do you give advice? You should do this. You should do this, right? Justification. How do you justify something, okay? How do you prove your words? Alright, use the phrase below to give advice to Sally, Danny, and Tom. So give advice. It says it would be, so I'm reading this table, alright? Actually, there are many points, right? So let's read together. Giving advice. Let's go. It would be a good idea to, alright, space. Next one. The best thing to do is space. What you should do is, alright, space. Why don't you, etc. Alright. You could also, etc. Alright, justification, this or that way, etc. This would mean that, etc. Then you, alright. Next one, if you do this, then by doing this, etc. Right? So there's an example, right, for Sally, I think. So for Sally, you might use these phrases to give her advice. You may say, what you should do is stop eating sweets and chocolate. That way you will stop gaining weight, right? And speaker B might say, that's right, Sally. You could also join a slimming club and follow their diet plan for you. That and then you would get help and support too, right? Alright, so I'm gonna give you a little bit time. Please think, how would you advise Danny and Tom for their problem? Alright, so I'm gonna give you a little bit time. How are you going to suggest? Alright, So Danny's problem is he's lonely, right? And Tom's problem is he's shy. So let's see. Give you a little time and tell me what he should do. How are you going to justify your answer? Yeah, although I can't hear you, but all I can do is, you know, give you some ideas. Yeah, so what should Tom do because of his problem? And what should Danny do because as he's too new, right? He's just like a new student in school. What should he do? Alright everybody, let's have a look on Danny first. So how do you suggest Danny? So you may say, Danny, as you are a new student in your school, the best thing to do is to be friendly and polite with everyone. Then people will warm to you and you will soon make friends. It would also be a good idea for you to join some school clubs, right? By doing that, you will get to know some students and make some friends, right? Yeah. So that way you won't be that lonely, right? How about Tom? So you may suggest Tom like the best thing for you to do is to have more confidence in yourself. Then you will be able to conquer your fears, right? And then you should ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen? By doing this, you will see that there's nothing to be afraid of, right? Yeah, so you can use these phrases. I have used these phrases to express my idea, right? For example, you should, right? For example, by doing this, you will see that there's nothing to be afraid of, right? And I also have mentioned if you do this, right? Yeah. Okay, so here are my answers. Please discuss it with your parents or your friends, okay? Now, let's look closer. Read the email, underline the phrases Pete uses to give his advice. Alright, so here you have to read the email. Alright, you have to underline the phrases that he has used to give his advice. Alright, so for advice they are here, right? The phrases of advice are here. It would be a good idea to etc. I'm reading the table, okay? The best thing to do is etc. What you should do is, why don't you? You could also, right? Yeah. So let's have a look. What is it up to? Let's read the email together. Dear Sally, I've just got your email and I was sorry to hear you are worried about your weight. I bet the problem isn't as bad as it seems though. In any case, there are lots of things you can do to lose weight. What you should do is eat a healthy diet with lots of fish, fruit, and fresh vegetables instead of junk food and sweets. If you do this, you will soon lose weight and you will look and feel much healthier too. You could also exercise more and walk whenever possible rather than going by car or a bus. That way you will burn calories and get your body back in shape at the same time. I know it's hard to do at first, but believe me, it will work. Good luck, and don't forget to let me know how you're getting on. All the best, Pete. Alright, so what is the advices that Pete has given to Sally? Which phrases? Yes, we have to, like, there are many advice, of course, but you have to tell me the phrases. The phrases are, what you should do is, yes, and the second phrase is, you could also, right? So it's here. What you should do is the first phrase, and the second phrase is you could also. So these are the two phrases that Pete has used. Alright? Moving on to part 4. Alright. Which of the following are opening... What I'm saying, alright. Which of the following are opening or closing remarks for an informal letter of advice? So basically it's asking you which of the following comes at the beginning and which of the following comes at the end, alright, for an informal letter of advice. So let's see. So for opening remarks, right? Opening remarks, yes. I'm going to write O for that. For closing, I'm going to write C for that. Alright, open, close. Fair enough, okay? Yeah. So, number 1, it says, here's what you can do. It comes at the beginning or at the end? Of course, at the beginning, right? You're going to advise the person. It comes at the beginning. Opening remark. Next one, I hope everything goes well. I hope everything goes well. Of course, this sentence comes after you have given the advice to somebody, right? You will suggest him or her to do this, do that, right? And then you will say, I hope everything goes well, right? So that is closing remarks. 3 to 6, you do it. Go. Alright, number 3, I'm so sorry you feel this way. I'm so sorry you feel this way. Opening, right? Yes, next one. I was sorry to hear about your problem. Of course, opening. Next one. I hope I've been of some help. It means I hope I can help you, right? So, of course, it comes at the closing, ending. Next one, let me know what happens. Closing. Okay? Alright, next column, your turn. Read the rubric and brainstorm for ideas. To give as much advice as possible, make notes in your notebook. Study skills. Brainstorming ideas. Before writing, underline the keywords. Then brainstorm for idea. Write your ideas down. Then choose the most important ones. This helps you organize your writing. So let's underline the keywords below. It says this part of a letter you got from an English pen friend. I feel very lonely in my new neighborhood. I have no friends and I am really depressed. Any advice? So I'm talking about here if you're confused. Okay, this one. So which one you're going to underline? Which words? Some important point that are very lonely, right? Yes, underline that. New neighborhood. No friends. Right? Depressed. And advice. These are the main points, right? Yeah, write your letter to your friends. B, answer the question in the plan, then write your letter 80 to 100 words. So this one is basically your homework, okay? But you have to write in 150 words according to your workbook, page 4 and 5. Alright. So homework, right? 150 words according to your homework. Workbook, page 4 to 5. There is a planning in your student book, page number 14. Planning is dear your friends, your pen friends, no, dear your friend's first name. Opening remarks, paragraph 1. Express sympathy, offer help. Alright, express sympathy. How do you express sympathy? It means you feel for that person, alright? Main body, paragraph 2. Give your advice, explain the results. Closing remarks, paragraph 3, and the letter. And then take care, yours, etc., and then your first name. So there are many examples of opening and closing remark in part 3 and part 4. The exercise we have done, right? So this is your homework. Please write your letter to your friend, okay? This is your homework, okay? Remember to do your homework. So I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.